Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stadium Junkies Media's Fortune Booking NXT Takeover New Orleans style. Gentlemen, present yourselves.
I am your host of NXT. Mama mia, man, why did I get a brain fart right there? Oh, because it's WrestleMania weekend. Tony Lopez in the building.
What is happening, y'all? This is the greatest champion of the Stadium Junkies Media, your glorious champion, Jeffrey Burtis. Get it memorized. I just came back from the shadow. Realm. It was a nice little dark area. I need to calm down.
Title. What are we talking about?
Calm down and meditate. Because here's the thing: I'm going to win that. I'm going to win that title at WrestleMania. None of you are going to stop me, and you can kiss the blackest part of my butt.
Oh my goodness! First off,
two things.
Yes.
Well, maybe three things. One, you're interim champion due to the fact that these two are tied by the time a pay-per-view came.
It is asleep. Just kidding.
Interim champion at this point.
Yeah.
Two, we're going to do two things. One, for now on, if there's a tie in these situations, if there's a tie without in any kind of way that's involved with the championship, does not change. If the champion's tied with someone, got to be the champion. If the other two are tied, we can't deal with 2 weeks and then another champion thing. So now,
Agreed.
from now on, it's just champion stays champion even if he lost, kind of like a count out.
I like that.
But
Agreed.
I am not going to be holding this championship for WrestleMania. We're gonna classify it as vacant.
Yeah, Mr. Vacant wins. Mr. Vacant wins.
Oh, vacant is Taylor.
I mean, Vacant.
No, that's number 4 now.
Number 4.
Taylor,
Yeah,
due to the fact that he is the home owner of the place we're at, he doesn't get to be involved in the punishments, but he does get picks in. I actually got picks for him.
Are you? Oh, we got.
Me and James talked about this away from you. I'm sorry. I wanted to surprise you.
Now, here's the thing.
Good job, guys.
His only pick for NXT, he's literally said Velveteen Dream. I asked him, okay, and what about the other matches? Velveteen Dream. So you're saying all the matches Velveteen Dream. So if we have if there's a match that we all agree upon, then we're just gonna say he choose with us.
Okay, that works. That works.
But other than that, he does have matches, and I do have a screenshot of him writing it down.
Okay.
Oh my Jesus.
Okay.
I'm interim until WrestleMania night. Then it's up for grabs, because if there's a tie, we actually have to have a tiebreaker. But after that, there's no more of this tiebreaker bullshit.
Agreed.
So should it be played on this very system right here?
One, don't have the system.
I'm bringing it.
And 2, Taylor has one.
And I have. Yeah, I got this.
You want to do Mario Kart, don't you? Why am I throwing?
It's a fair game to play for a tiebreaker, or we can play games of Uno.
Hey,
we have many things. We can do Love Letter. First 1 to 7 wins. We got ways to make it work, but I'm sick and tired of this tiebreaker stuff. So how about that? But to prevent me from going in as champion and something's tied, we're having a vacant champion for WrestleMania.
That's fine.
I don't make this new rule.
I was about to just say, hey Tony, you got it. You got it. So
I'm the champ.
Nah, I'm not letting that happen. Fuck. All right. By the way, thank you for our new subscribers who are joining the channel. We are up to 26. The drive to 25 is complete. Now we have to let's see now. What can we make for 50?
50? The ride to 50K or 50 the ride. I mean, I don't know.
Let's see now. 50. So going for nifty 50.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Nifty 50.
Well played.
Boom.
Well played with words. Good job.
26 subscribers is nice, guys. 26.
We need to get more.
That's better than what I used to have in my old channel when doing the news. That's 2.
I'm sorry, man.
So first up, wow, this is the first one in the NXT predictions. Well, this is the NXT.
Should we let Tony do it? Do the
Actually,
NXT ones?
Yes. Let's let Tony do this. So, by the way, as people can tell, we are separate shows for the WrestleMania and NXT because A, I couldn't put enough tags in one episode, and B, it's just that big of a show for WWE, so separate one for NXT.
Biggest weekend of the year for. Also, from what I'm finding out, this is not WWE related. There is a match this weekend between former UFC fighter and current champion in other promotions, Matt Riddle, versus James Ellsworth.
You know,
That's funny.
I will pay to see that.
Wow.
I don't care. I will pay to see that. Because just his promo style nowadays, his promo style is much better than we expected.
Way better. Way better.
God.
But what, you're not excited for Ellsworth? Imagine they showed no potential for Ellsworth in WWE. Imagine the potential he has.
Especially since James Ellsworth is the intergender champion of the world.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Real belt, Jeffrey. Real belt. Real belt.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
It's defended against both men and women.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that.
But you know what?
He is the first Money in the Bank women's champion. So.
Oh, this is true. We're gonna go with the first match, in my opinion, which is the least important to me. Shayna Baszler versus Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship.
Who do we have? I mean, you start. I mean, sorry.
Okay. Ember and Shayna clearly have already wrestled at Takeover Philadelphia. We saw what happened. This time around, Ember's taking Shayna's mind games a little bit too personal. But I'm still going to say Ember Moon because I feel like she's not going to get called up yet.
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. I don't see Shayna getting it though. Maybe one more takeover, maybe one more NXT event, but
I say she get my thing. I think she would get called up after Brooklyn.
Yes,
it sounds about right. I mean, here's the thing when it comes to that. I think because when we saw 32, we saw a change of guard right there.
Yes,
and I expected another change of guard, and it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was looking to it, I was thinking, who would be best to be called up right now? And to be honest, when it comes to the 4 horsemen, when it comes to the MMA fighters, they don't need promos.
They just need to beat people up.
To be honest, let's be honest, they're all bad at promos too.
Shayna's not okay. Shayna's not that bad. Ronda, she needs. We'll speak on her later on.
Yes,
she's pretty bad. I mean, even in Sage mode, she's pretty bad. But they don't need too much of a promo style. They just use their presence. So Ember, she's not in, to be honest, full form of what the expectation is for a women's champion to be in WWE. So I think they're going to be working with her even more. But at this point, she's losing competition. She isn't. Who's left in competition when it comes to the women's division in NXT other than
it's really nothing.
Kyrie,
and she's new, and I would prefer for them to wait to use her because they can prolong that career there and make it where they can make a better career in WWE. But right now, they're just stacking up, and it's oversaturated right now in the women's division, and they don't even have room to do anything. The only way they can have more room to do anything is a third hour of SmackDown.
Yeah.
And now, to be honest, for how big the roster's getting, I would like to see that.
I doubt it's going to happen because, if we're going to talk realism,
they can't even sell all the tickets.
Yeah, no, you can't sell all the tickets, and then you have the shows they like to tape after SmackDown, and you also have to think about the USA NBC Universal deal coming up at the end of the year, and they probably go over to Fox. So you never know what's going to happen there.
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen with Fox. But if they're going to stick them in Fox Sports 1,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to happen there. It would be nice if we can see him in another Fox setting. Hell, Fox Family even? I'm gonna kidding.
No.
It used to be Fox Family. By the way, for a little drop of knowledge, it used to be Fox Family before it was ABC Family.
And now it's Freeform.
What?
Yep.
That's the thing.
Okay, whatever.
But who is y'all's picks, guys?
I agree with Tony. Ember.
You know, when I came into making the podcast today, I was really set into Shayna, but you know, I took more time to sit back and realize Ember's not ready with a mic. Shayna's definitely not ready with a mic.
Might as well keep it.
That didn't stop a lot of people, and that's, you know, UFC related.
Just keep them both. Play it safe. Keep them both at NXT. That's how I see it.
Something tells me 4 Horsewomen can happen on a SmackDown. I mean, not SmackDown, on a SummerSlam.
You can have time. Yeah. Give Shayna and Ember a little bit more seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
I think Shayna definitely, even her wrestling skills says otherwise. Who is it on SmackDown on Ruby Riot's, not Ruby Riot's, but Jesus Christ.
Sonya Deville.
You know, wrestling wise, she was ready. She was quite ready.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was surprised when they brought her up, but you know, I think that wasn't a bad decision.
It wasn't a bad decision. It's just poor Paige got injured.
Yeah, imagine if Paige, you know, it would round out very well if Paige was still around, but I think that was just a missing slot from the beginning.
Missed opportunity.
I still love the fact that they're giving these 2 women opportunities to do things besides, you know, just sit in the background and take losses all the
time. Not the same to say for Sasha right now. I think Sasha's getting punished for Paige.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but James, who'd you have in that top, Ember or Shayna? Ember.
I was set on Shayna until I started making the live stream for the podcast.
So that's 4 for Ember, and yes, I'm doing this hand motion on purpose.
Yes,
4. All right.
Only because we have to count. If it's not Velveteen Dream, we have to count him in. If it's not split in any kind of way.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Now the next match is for the NXT Tag Team Championships, and will be crowned the winner of the Dusty Road Classic.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I know it's a weird thing that happened that was developed on Wednesday. AOP, Authors of Pain, versus Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong versus the Undisputed Era members Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Now, Bobby Fish is not in this match because of a knee injury. So that's why Cole is in this match as well.
Okay.
So the way we got to this match is, you know, AOP and Dunne and Strong have gotten all the way through to the finals, and they were in a match on NXT. And these 2 nincompoops come out and jump them. And so Regal just says, all right, triple threat now.
Okay.
Which it makes it an interesting twist to me.
If it was for just the Dusty Road Tag Team Classic trophy, I would not have said AOP. I would have said Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne, right?
I probably would have, yeah.
I probably would have said that. I probably would have said them because AOP, they are ready. They're ready. They're ready for main roster.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this will be the last time we see them in NXT, and then the Raw or the SmackDown after, they're going to show up on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for the championship,
if it was
pick for me,
this would have been easy. But I think even with the title now, it still makes this pretty easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes it easier.
Yes,
because Jeffrey, what was it if it wasn't championship?
If it wasn't for the title, it would have been for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, basically.
No, what was your prediction if it wasn't for the championship?
If it wasn't for the championship, it would have been Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong easily.
Same here. And
but since it's
championship, what's your
with the title, I gotta say Undisputed Era.
Same here.
Exactamundo.
It's like we mentioned, Aldridge Payne is ready.
Yeah.
So there's no, and then to be honest, people would have gone, "Oh, this is so temporary, strong and done." It's like so was Balor and
Joe,
and that was way obvious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I still like the fact that Pete Dunne is even on a main NXT card again.
That's nice.
It's refreshing because it's nice that they let him do a bunch of indie work, but it's time if you really want him in the scene, and he, oh man, could drive those ratings if kind of brawler style. Don't put him on a 205. Put him on the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know who I would like to see him with? Miz.
Ooh.
That's storytelling in the ring.
Ooh, don't get your. Exactly.
He doesn't even have to talk.
He don't have to talk.
The Miz will do all that.
His presence helps, and then even if he has to talk, it's going to attract more of the European audience, and then his brawler style looks good against someone like the Miz.
Yeah.
And especially if you want the Miz and the Miztourage to break up, Pete Dunne could be part of that whole ordeal.
You're making a very. I like the way you think. I really do, James.
This is fortune booking, of course.
Great minds think alike.
But they need to tap into that audience even more. I think
I sense a heel turn.
The only reason why they tapped into the European, the UK Championship idea is because some other wrestling promotion was going to start up again that everyone loved back in the day, back in the 80s or 90s in Europe, and they had to stop that by taking all the big stars away. And of course, that promotion did not come to fruition. So they literally left the UK Championship like, what do we do? Well, Mr. Triple H, Mr. Paul, let's do something with this. And what you do, instead of just making a whole tournament, you can say that your UK Championship is just your European Championship. You can do the old European Championship again. Oh, my family was born in this. Hell, you got a lot of Europeans that could work with this.
Yes.
Hell, you know what's a great person that could probably work back into this? Anyone want to take a guess? Just came back recently. Daniel Bryan.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
You're already thinking about matches for Bryan. I like you.
Hell, Sami Zayn too, man.
Ooh, Sammy. Ooh, Kevin.
Well, Canadian.
Make it happen.
That's North American. European. I mean, what's he going to say? My family's from France? Yeah, he could pull that off. And that would be very heelish of him. Yes. It reminds me of a lot of Edge.
Actually, it just reminds me of
Edge or Jericho said something similar.
When Jericho was saying he was from like us, where he was actually saying instead of his hometown, where he was born.
Yes. See, we can make so many storylines off this. We don't have to do the BS. I'm 205 pounds because I can guarantee you, Cedric Alexander's not 205.
Yeah, he's like a little. He looks a wee bit bigger.
I mean, Sheamus could even do the UK Championship. Come on, we got a lot of possibilities.
From what I remember, Cedric had to drop like 25 pounds just to make that limit.
Jesus.
Yeah,
that's insane. But
we all say
Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era. So this next one I'm going to do is the NXT title, simply because I feel like there's two other matches on this card
that are more interesting.
That are way more interesting.
I think I know.
So we're gonna go Andrade Cien Almas with Selena Vega in his corner versus Aleister Black.
It's a very interesting matchup. Like, it's a coin flip for me.
It's literally one of the matches on this card I had to think at least 24 to 48 days. Because I knew this match was going to happen.
I still can't figure out what I want. Like decision
because of the way they've been building this angle on NXT, it's going to be a very, very good match. But I'm still going to go with Alistair.
He's ready.
He's ready, but at the same time, is Andrade just a holdover champion?
A transitional champion?
Exactly.
Because to be honest, I think his promo work is there. With Selena Vega, I think he can work very well as a mid-carder right now.
And I mean, his English is not bad. It's just with her in his corner, it makes it so much better. Because when he starts to speak in English, it's intimidating because you just know what's coming out of his mouth.
By the way,
I mean,
we have gained a new subscriber.
Another one?
Snow Barrientos.
I don't think I know that one.
Has no subscribers, don't know who they are, but you know what?
I met one of them. He was a friend of mine in high school. Met him recently. I told him I had a YouTube page. I was going to go live with our predictions for WrestleMania. So I was like, okay, subscribe for him, and now he has my contact information. But are we all? I mean, so Tony, you say Alistair Black, right?
I do say Alistair, but
Mr. Belknap,
this is a real coin flip.
You might use your change on this one, then.
Oh, I forgot about that. Do we get 2 or just 1?
1 for each pay-per-view.
Does that include when you say pay-per-view? You're talking about
and it's 1 for Takeover and a WrestleMania. I'm okay with having 2. I'm okay with us having 2. Are we in agreement with that?
That's fine.
For now, I might change that in the future, but
I mean, we got like 18 plus matches on the card.
How about the main? Let's see, WrestleMania and SummerSlam gets 2.
That's fine.
That's fair.
That's
fine. That's fine.
All right. So welcome,
James,
new subscriber.
Yes.
Who was everyone chose so far?
I'm the only one who's chosen. I said Alistair Black.
Mr. Belknap, who do you got?
Like I'm killing my head right now trying to figure out what I want.
Yep, you have a dresser right behind you. Bang it. I'm just kidding. Don't do it, please. Oh Jesus!
He did it.
Dresser that I bought 8 years ago. I'm not gonna damage that thing. Hold on.
What are you doing?
That's his coin bank.
Okay. What the heck?
As I'm thinking, I'm gonna show this to Jeffrey because I think Jeffrey's never seen this. White balance.
Where's the white balance? Why is the white balance? Oh, there it is. Oh, we had it.
What the heck is that? Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Let's see now.
I'm gonna let you make this easy for you, James. I am going to side with Alistair Black because, God, he's ready. He is ready.
He's ready, but I think if they really want to send him to WWE, they wouldn't let him have the championship.
They're gonna.
That's the hard part. But also, no. The question is, other than Adam Cole, baby, and Ricochet, who else would they put in the championship?
Johnny Gargano and Tommaso
Ciampa. Johnny Gargano.
Send them to the main roster to let them be mid-carders.
No, not yet.
No,
not yet.
You know the.
But here's the thing.
You know their fate. Don't tell me there's only one person who's going to make some main card, but they're not going to win a championship, and that's going to be it's going to be Johnny. Come on.
We'll see what happens with Tommaso.
Let's see. Okay, but here's the thing. Here's my argument. You have Aleister Black win the belt. we both know Almas. We think he's not. He has a little bit more time. You have the feud keep going all the way till NXT Takeover Brooklyn. That way you gives him a little bit more time. You don't have to strictly call Andrade up right then and there, and he can still stay in NXT where he can still get some developmental work. And you give Black the title, which I see Black with that title right now, and I'm like, yes.
Because when it comes to, I can definitely see them doing the whole Rude route with the Almas. I can definitely see that. Mm-hmm. But when you're telling me, it's not, the main event card is not fully stacked right now. It's very depleted, and I'm really worried about that. I mean, right now EC3 is not going to be running for the title yet. I think he'll definitely be ready in the future.
Yeah, his promo ability from the first night he got in the NXT, you could tell there's something special about him.
That top 1%.
From the get-go, you already know he got something special. He's going to win the championship. He's to be honest, that's going to be another one that's going to be taking the Rude route. It's going to be appeared for a few, then championship, then win it, then NXT champion to WWE ASAP. That's EC3. Now I don't see that with Almas. I see Almas is going to be another
transitional mid-carder.
Breeze with a championship, pretty much.
That's unfortunate, but that's why I say you keep him in NXT just a little bit longer. But he doesn't have to have the belt. He can just feud with Aleister Black for a little bit.
They're gonna try to do the Rude route, and I don't think people are gonna pick up as fast. I think they can have a chance. They're gonna have a chance, especially with a Hispanic crowd.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
He's gonna have a chance. He's gonna be doing some main events, but I don't think they're gonna be giving the championship that easily.
He's gonna have to work for it to get it off of Black's hands.
For the guy who's the original founder of Los Ingobernables, I wish I could pronounce that properly. He is the original founder in Mexico of Los Ingobernables. Now look who's making it bigger in Japan.
He's gonna be SmackDown. He's gonna be going for United States Championship.
I can see that.
I can see it.
Because for some reason, you notice that the Hispanics typically go for the United States Championship specifically, not the Intercontinental.
Yeah.
That's something I've noticed recently. I want it to be Black. I'm going to say Black because I want it.
Yes.
I think Almas wasn't deserving of the title in the first place.
I was shocked that he even got it.
From what I understood, he was supposed to get it in the first place, but that freak injury from McIntyre was unfortunate because I think he was supposed to be called up.
As far as I know, he was supposed to be in a Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Now, who was in a Royal Rumble instead? Andrade,
yeah.
I'm calling him Andrade, by the way. Fun.
Don't call him Andre. Don't disrespect the giant. I'm just kidding.
Andrade.
Let's see.
The match that we can all pick. This will determine. Two more.
We're gonna deal with the match that has been building for how long?
Since Brooklyn 2 or Brooklyn 3?
That was Brooklyn 3.
It was Brooklyn 3. By the way, I think it will be either third or fourth match of the night.
It has to be. It cannot be the last match, but it cannot be early on the card because there's so much backstory, so much intensity in this program, and just the fact that everybody's behind Johnny. Everybody's behind Johnny. And nobody.
Johnny. That tells you something.
I'm behind Johnny. And I am booing. As I'm watching NXT, I'm booing Tommaso with the granny in the crowd and everybody else.
That's the point of a heel.
It works. He just put the point. He literally has X-Pac heat. Not go home necessarily. It's just
or you're just making some noise.
Yeah, all he does is put the mic towards his face. It's like John Cena, except he's an actual heel. Put the mic towards your face.
That's what you want from a heel, right?
Ooh. It's Elias all over again at the AAC.
Hello, my name is Elias. Hi, Elias. You need to shut your mouth. Boo. Turn off your cell phones.
Just from going from best friends and tag team champions to bitter enemies.
They made it a lot, like, to be honest, I wish it was this bitter for Jericho and KO.
Yeah, but what I think what made it better for this one is not Gargano. Ciampa has been gone for months recovering from an ACL tear that happened in that tag team ladder match. And now you're going to say he's going to come back in a match that's unsanctioned? Oh, yeah, this is going to be good.
Jamie,
so,
are you,
fellas, who do y'all pick?
Who do you have?
No. You first. You first.
I'm going through these matches, and to be honest, I'm very stuck with the fact that I'm going all face.
Yeah. No.
Undisputed Era is not face.
Not at all.
Well, there's too many faces that's possibly could win. I really think Tommaso's going to be getting it.
Oh, wow.
I agree.
Because
I disagree.
You want the feud to happen, right?
Here's the thing. You do not make that heel turn, and you do not have him win on the very first match that he's turned heel. I get that he's had an injury, but come on. You make that big of a heel turn, and then you have him lose on his very first match as a heel?
Hold on. Hold on. Go, James. Go.
James.
Because you can't just bury a guy when he comes back, especially due to injury and other stuff. You want everyone to look strong, even if his match looks strong.
Johnny Gargano does not need this win.
But if Ciampa wins, guess what? You just made him higher, and because of the face, faces only look better. And faces can look really good when they lose. Heels not so much. So if you have a heel win and the face does very well, they're rising each other to the point where when Gargano wins, boom.
I agree. This is his first match.
Okay, hold on. Let me explain my theory.
And I will eat crow if I'm wrong.
Wait, you heard? Hey, we have that recorded and documented.
Yeah, we have that recorded.
Let me rephrase that. I'll wear the beanie early.
Okay. Now, let me first state, me and a friend of mine at work were talking about this specific match. And he's explaining to me how this feels way too much like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, SummerSlam 2002. Way too much. So here's why I'll say Gargano. One, Gargano's technically fired. If he doesn't win this match, he doesn't have NXT.
Which leads on to WWE. It's long-term planning.
Exactly. So he wins this match, but there is no way that Tommaso's just going to lay there after the match and just let him walk out the ring with a victory. He's going to beat the living crap out of him after the match, no matter what.
I understand.
But look, Gargano wins. It's more long-term storytelling. This is not going to end really fast at all. At all.
I get your point, but this is his very first match.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
His first match as a heel.
It does. That's the thing. It doesn't matter because if you play the match right, because this is an unsanctioned match, there is no rules. The only rule is a pinfall or a submission.
Last time we heard unsanctioned match, that match didn't go so well, but it was
not that one. Not that one. We're not talking about that one.
Ooh, Kings! It's an unsanctioned match.
Ooh, Kingslayer. But I specifically pointing back to 2002 because who's booking the damn show? Who's also a coach in NXT?
Okay. Johnny Gargano gets the win. Okay, the Heat kind of beats off on.
It's Tommaso, it's Ciampa.
Gargano.
It's Ciampa, Gargano, and Dream.
My question is, what do you do with Ciampa afterwards?
What do you do with? I mean, what do you do with Ciampa? If he loses,
this is not over. This is not over. If
he loses, the Heat kind of dies down.
Because
this whole rivalry is going to go all the way through Brooklyn, in my opinion.
The only way this goes all the way to Brooklyn is if you have Tommaso Ciampa get his first W since coming back from injury, and then the Heat. Can you imagine the Heat afterwards? He gets the pinfall. He's like, I ain't finished with you. Just keeps beating him to the ground. The crowd is just booing like no other. And he beats him so senselessly. Like to what you said about Triple H, Shawn Michaels, where it comes out with a chair shot. I mean, we're not going to do a sledgehammer shot because that's probably...
Yeah, that was a weird spot.
We're not gonna go that far, but it would. I feel like it would really.
Oh, he has the crutch.
Hit him with a crutch. Hit him with that crutch. Just keep beating him so much, and the Heat. Can you imagine the Heat if they see their hero just sit on the floor, bruised and beaten to no end? And then,
you mean Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke,
or Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in NXT,
or Sami Zayn anytime.
But here's the thing: Gargano does not need this win. I feel like Tommaso Ciampa really needs this win.
Well, okay. I'm gonna stop it right there because I feel like we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So now, for the last one, and for the inaugural NXT North American Championship. By the way, guys, when y'all saw the picture of the belt, did y'all not think that was a sexy belt? If you tell me that's not a sexy belt, James, I'm watching your face.
Well, let me say something from what is that movie called? Liar Liar?
Oh my God.
I've seen better.
Dude, first for me,
he said I love better, by the way, in the movie.
Hey, that's true.
Hey, Tony, this is what I say.
I see. I saw your thumb. No, you stop it. You're a liar. Because this is a good-looking belt. I love the fact that it pays homage to older NWA belts.
I can't take the color seriously.
I love the color. It feels rustic. It feels nice.
It sounds like another Raw Universal title.
Besides, oh Jesus! It's not even that red. It's not even that red.
They didn't have to do it red. To be honest, it looked like someone took some oak wood and decided just to take the wrapping from around the tree and put it on a belt. But on the metal part, to be honest, I'm looking at the actual, metal plating. That's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
But that color belt and that shape, the shape, I think needs to have a little more curvature. Like, you don't have to be, tag team style, but a little more round than downward slope. It barely crescents and then goes.
It feels to me. It just feels like a very old school belt. That's why I love it. But the participants if you want this match,
if you want an old school belt, do an oval.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Do a Super Mario coin if you want a really old school belt.
The participants in the inaugural North American Championship match will be contested under ladder match rules,
which is amazing. Anytime that, and to be honest, I just realized how not often they do ladder matches in WWE, and how awesome each and every one of them are.
Yeah, exactly. The only real ladder matches we see in WWE are either at WrestleMania or under TLC rules.
And even then, they don't do it every year.
Exactly. But the participants are Sanity member Killian Dane.
No.
Lars Sullivan.
No.
Velveteen Dream.
Maybe.
That's Taylor's pick.
That is Taylor's pick. Adam Cole, baby.
Maybe.
In his second match of the night, might I add.
Ooh.
The debuting 1%er EC3 and also the debuting Ricochet. Oh boy.
It's I mean pretty much it's down to 3 people. If you let me talk to you well, it'd be down to 2 people.
I see 4.
I want to hear what I want to see. Yeah, I see 4, but I want to see what James has to say real quick.
To me, it's Cole versus Ricochet versus EC3.
Okay.
But I feel that they would appreciate EC3 better as a title chaser, like they do with Jinder, but obviously let him do his thing better than having the title at first. He's one of those that you can make him a bridesmaid and he makes his character better. So it's down to 2 people now for me. Okay. Cole and Ricochet. You mentioned that it's going to be the second match of the night. If Adam Cole wins the tag team, he's not winning this one.
Yes.
If he loses the tag team, he's for sure, and I will put my change on it.
Ooh, okay.
But because I see him winning the tag team titles, it's going to be Ricochet.
You have Ricochet winning it.
I would love to see Velveteen, and to be honest, they're not going to let Killian or Lars.
Those two are
Killian
not. No.
Makes so many people better. They're not going to put a championship to make him make other people look better. They're not going to be doing the whole Neville thing on him. So Lars is just not popular enough.
Not yet. I mean, he is a physical. He's a physical specimen.
And physical specimens take a moment.
Exactly, Braun.
But Braun needed a lot of work.
He did.
Yeah, and you know what? Once he got away from the Wyatts, oh boy, did he blossom.
Yes.
So
James has Ricochet.
Unless
Tony, who do you have?
Unless Undisputed Era loses the tag team championships, I am using the change.
Okay, my pick is Ricochet for actually the same reasons James has said.
Oh, full agreement on it?
Full agreement on even the change as well. Sorry, no,
I'll agree with that change because I could see it.
We're just like, okay, we're just negating a change, guys. Just right there, boom.
I mean, okay, but Velveteen, I can see Velveteen, but you would have to. I feel like if you're gonna put the North American Championship on somebody, it's got to be one. It's got to be an up and comer. Velveteen Dream does not need that belt. He's getting over without that belt.
If Velveteen gets a belt, it can only happen in one-on-one matches. Velveteen's not one of those people that can win a multi-man. That's how I feel.
I'm okay. Cole is that wild card, so I'm torn between EC3 and Ricochet.
Oh, I'm real torn with EC3, but I think they will really appreciate EC3 as a title chaser.
Especially for the fact that this is EC3's first time as EC3 in NXT, but this is his second run in NXT. This is his second run. Also, James, I hope you realize this. You just picked the biggest Eagles fan in NXT. The biggest Eagles fan.
You know I care more about character and ability as a wrestler.
But he's the king of flight as well, so
because if I cared about who cares about who, I would have never been co-host with Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's true.
But Jeffrey has character.
Thank you.
Damn it, we make really good chemistry on radio. So
thank you.
Of course, I don't care if he's a freaking thing.
And guys, now we're bringing back Florida Man.
Okay,
dear God,
I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say right now, this is probably the match I'm gonna use my change on. EC3.
You're gonna use EC3? Okay.
EC3 because I am so torn on this one.
You know what?
It's EC freaking 3, man.
It's EC3. I'm just like that promo. I was like, oh,
it feels so weird that Jeffrey's over here. He doesn't watch NXT, but he definitely knows who the fuck EC3.
I look at EC3 and I'm just like, yeah, that's a champion. That's a champion. That's the promo art. That's a champion.
It's like one version of William Regal.
Just like, oh,
it's Regal made, and can you imagine this is a Dixie Carter product?
Oh Jesus!
Think about that for a second. It's a Dixie Carter product.
Dixie Carter is the reason EC3 is EC3.
Mm-hmm.
He came into the company as the quote-unquote nephew of Dixie Carter.
Does that break your skull for a second that they're allowing this guy to be in a championship match?
And they allowed him to keep the name.
3 years ago, they wouldn't let anyone from TNA be recognized.
I've noticed that WWE has been very generous. They've been very appreciative, saying, "Oh, hey, you got over in the Indies with that character." Okay.
Indies? Oh no! This is TNA. To be
I'm talking about people that leave.
Oh yeah.
Make their names elsewhere and then come back. Look at Matt Hardy. They finally let him use the Woken character because hey, he got over with that gimmick. Drew McIntyre, his first run in the WWE, not so great. It's not so great. Now
Galloway.
Then he came Drew Galloway, and then he dominated the indie scene.
And back to McIntyre.
Like, back to McIntyre, and now he's like, oh, he's good. He's good.
It's weird because like when he came back to WWE and NXT, it's the same character that he was using on the indies. Like the exact same character.
The only reason they didn't allow Matt Hardy to go Woken very first is because the TNA and Impact Wrestling
the ownership rights to
the ownership rights.
Which now whoever owned it, I forgot what the promotion's name is.
It's Rebby Sky.
How's it?
Rebby Sky, Matt's wife.
Yes.
No, I'm saying initially the people who owned it.
Anthem Sports and Entertainment.
There you go. If it wasn't for that, it would have been Broken Universe since the beginning.
So if it's okay, so let's review all the matches on NXT, Tony.
Starting with Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler.
We all agree.
Says Ember.
Yes.
Ember. Tag team title match. Everybody says Undisputed Era.
Yes.
Correct.
Alistair versus Andrade. I believe everybody said Alistair. Gargano versus Ciampa. Our first disagreement. You two say Ciampa. I say Gargano. Taylor says Velveteen Dream.
Actually, that is exact. You are correct.
Yep.
Wow.
And then
he does not care, so it's Velveteen Dream.
Exactly. And then the NXT North American Championship ladder match. Taylor says Velveteen Dream, which is still to me actually a pretty good pick.
Is that good?
Me and James both say Ricochet.
I'm saying that 1%.
Jeffrey is saying EC3.
Yes.
I mean, it'll be
but we all have a weird change in case the tag team championship does not go our way.
Undisputed Era.
If Undisputed Era,
we all say Adam Cole.
I'm going Cole.
It's such a really big.
It's just ridiculous to think about that. All of us are just like, if they don't win, Cole wins for sure.
So let's have an extra change because we're all.
I'm okay with that.
Now.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, because I might use it on the championship.
Okay, yeah. So what you're saying is we each have two for SummerSlam and WrestleMania. We each have two changes for both NXT and those pay-per-views.
Unless we have a situation where all of us are changing due to a situation.
Yeah. Which okay. I will let y'all know right now. Because of that, I will not use one on NXT because we're all agreeing on that change. I'm going to use two on the main show.
Hey Jeffrey,
I'm okay. I mean, okay.
Okay. So 2 on the main show because there's so many matches. Sounds good.
God, I might do the same thing. 14
By the way,
matches.
Still worth half a point each.
So if you don't use them, 1 full point.
That's actually a full point if not using them.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Is that it for NXT?
That is it for NXT.
That's everything. 5 matches for NXT.
That is Stadium Junkies Fortune Booking NXT Takeover New Orleans. Oh my God, I really don't want to deal with 13 matches coming up.
You just
okay, no. We don't count. We don't count.
We're not even going to do our normal outros. We're just going to say, "Hey, this is Stadium Junkies signing out," and then we're going to go straight into the next video in about 5 minutes, guys. Let's go.
What's the share button? Share. Comments.
That's a thumbs down button. Let's go to that.
Subscribe.
Okay.
Bye.
No